Hey guys! Alright, so I want to talk about something that is on my mind, and especially because now I have a little bit of time because I'm alone and it's quiet and everything. But something that I've especially been thinking about lately with all these jobs and everything, particularly, is the fact of I would like to have a relationship with someone again. Which, it's kind of weird for me to say that, I guess, because if you followed me, you know, like, all about my past and everything, and that I was married, and then about 6 years ago we split up and I got divorced and all that roller coaster. And after I got divorced, I just was convinced I would never want a relationship again. And I did date a lot after getting divorced, but I was not in like the mental place of wanting a relationship or a permanent or a serious thing. So it was just like for fun, you know, and to pass the time and meeting people and the experiences, I guess. But yeah, none of the people I met had long-term potential anyways. But I think even if I had met like the right person, I still wouldn't have done anything long-term with them because I wasn't in the right headspace to do it. You really have to be in the right place. And I know so many people, like after they get divorced, they just jump right into it with someone else, either because they're lonely or, you know, something. They want to get back to that certain type of life. They don't want to live alone. They don't want to be single and stuff like that. And I didn't want to be that person. Because in my early life, like in my early 20s and stuff, when I was dating before I ever got married, I had a tendency to be that person. That person that went like from person to person to person. Like I did not want to be alone. So I wasn't like super picky, I guess, on some of the people that I dated. I was like, oh, okay, it's convenient. They're here and I'm here. So you fall into it together. But as I've gotten older and really had to do a lot of soul searching and thinking after getting divorced of like, why did this go wrong and why, you know, what could I do next time? If there is a next time, I for sure have learned a lot. And I just am feeling that I've gotten over some of my stuff that was an issue during my marriage and divorce time. And I think a lot of it is that, again, like finding that right person. I think a lot of the people that I dated were not compatible with me at all. In retrospect, when I look back, I think I only ever really had one relationship with a person that was compatible with me, and that was my very first serious relationship. I don't know if I ever even spoke about him, but I was engaged to someone when I was real young. Like, we were together from the time I was about 16 till like 21-ish. And we were engaged, which obviously I did not wind up marrying him. But now that I'm 38 years old and looking back at that long ago, it was the best relationship that I have ever had, hands down, because we were really compatible people. And I think I just took it for granted at that time that everybody I met would be that way, which of course they're not. Everyone's got their own personality and you mesh differently with different people. So yeah, the first guy and I, like, our personalities were very alike. I'm a really touchy-feely person and he's a really touchy-feely person, and like I'm a really smart person who likes to have like big conversations with people, and he was the same way. So just a lot of the stuff, we didn't have a lot of like common interests as far as hobbies. We actually were different on the outside, but yeah, in those big value type ways we really meshed. And so we never even had any big fights because the way we communicated, we worked it out. We really never even had a big fight, I don't think, ever in all those years. So to compare that, like with my divorce, where it was every single week, it's a fight. Yeah, like I don't want to go through that again. I know what I want and what I do not want. And I think at this point, it's just a matter of finding that person, I suppose. I'm ready to share with someone. I'm not all totally closed off like I was before. I was just so closed off after my divorce. Like, no, don't even come near me, like, emotionally or whatever. Like, don't even touch it with a 10-foot pole. But now I am open to the idea, and would just like to have that. So it's just something I'm putting out there because I spoke about this before in another video. The law of attraction, right? Like, your thoughts and what you focus on, putting that out there, positivity and stuff, so you can get it back. And in some ways it sounds cheesy, but actually I have been doing that a lot lately, just meditating on stuff and thinking about it. And I have found that some of that stuff has actually happened or is happening. And it's like, is this a weird coincidence? Because this is really strange, and it's very eerily similar to what I wanted to happen, or asked to happen, if you will. So maybe this is just me kind of like putting it out into the universe, like, okay, universe, God, etc. Like, I'm ready for that person. Like, I have learned many life lessons. I don't want to repeat my mistakes of what I did in the past, and, you know, I'm ready to, like, give to someone and have them give to me in an equal way. No more dysfunctional crap. Like, I'm so over it. And since I recognize stuff that's happening a lot more now, I think I can nip that in the bud and move away from those type of relationships and more towards what is really good for me and healthy for me. So anyway, I just wanted to throw that out there because it's just another one of the changes in my life. Looking for a new job, new person after 5 years. I have not dated at all in 2 years. I have not been on one date. I have not met one new man, like nothing. So, and even before that, I was dating people, but it was never anything serious. So I would say, you know, it's been a good 6 years since I was married. So probably in 6 years, I haven't had any meaningful, you know, like stuff like that. Like, I have made friends and lost friends, things like that. But as far as a person who is here, who is a legitimate option for me that I could have a relationship with, it has not happened. You know, I have met people also that I was kind of compatible with, but like, they were unavailable. You know, they're like married or have a girlfriend or something preventing us from being together. And so I want someone that is available, that is there for me, and vice versa. So again, guys, like, send positive vibes for me because, you know, I am a good person and I deserve to have something good and nice in my life and a supportive partner. So that's my 2 cents. That's my video on relationships and how far I've come from all those like 5 years ago, 10 years ago. And you know, much love to all of you, and sending that all out to everybody watching. And I'll talk to you guys later.